Is there any value, because I feel like there's another strategy that has been in the ether of like, well, shoot, if they're casting names, I need to become a name. Like I need to become like famous. Maybe I need to become a
Mm,
social media influencer or a
mhm.
YouTube star. I is there, does that have any legs? Are casting professionals looking in those markets, like, to seriously
Mhm.
consider actors for roles, and does having a presence in those spaces make, a noticeable difference?
Well, I'll say this, I don't I encourage actors to do the things that feel, organic and meaningful and sincere, and you're coming at it from a place of, true, like, I feel like I know how like, everyone's not gonna be great on, making content, making internet content, right? So doing it and it takes so much work. It takes a lot of work. It's not just like you just shoot a video. You have to do that, like, all the time. That becomes a job. You know this because 'cause you're doing a podcast. I mean, like, organizing your life around maintaining a social media presence, that's a whole other thing. It looks easy because we pick up our phones at night before bed and we're scrolling through on Instagram and we're seeing all these videos and we see the same people. They work really hard. They're working really hard. It's not like you can just do that. You have to want to do that. Now that said, what in what I cast and what I do, um, social media presence doesn't come up in discussion that often. I'm not talking too much about like a person's followers or I think that might come up in other areas of casting, and I'm guessing it probably comes up a lot in things that, like Hollywood things. But my world of casting right now is very fixed in New York and regional theater. So, so it hasn't really come up. It came up a little bit, uh, when I was casting Thoughts of a Colored Man. There were some discussions about how to attract people back to the theater, and some of the casting discussions were a little bit around, okay, well, who's got social media presence that can also act? And how many followers does this person have? And part of that was not, it wasn't cynical. It was definitely like, how do we maintain the um, integrity of this project and also get audiences back from COVID. How do we attract people back to the theater? So I'm never in thankfully, I haven't been in a situation um where someone's social media presence is the primary focus. Thankfully most of what I've done has been done with a lot of integrity and a lot of thought, and a lot of like how do we get people to come and see this wonderful show.
Yeah.
Um,
That's, I mean,
yeah.
1, that's awesome that you don't you haven't had to sell out, as they say, um,
Mhm.
and also it's just great to hear, because, sometimes I'm on social media and I see people with, like, crazy big followings, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"They're still not famous.
Yeah,
They still not on
yeah,
Broadway.
they're
They s
not yeah.
they still not starring in XYZ TV show or film." Like, it's not,
No.
and maybe it's a tool. That's why I like to tell myself is like, it's a tool, as you said, if you're good at it, if that's
Mhm.
what feels authentic to you to participate in. But it's refreshing to hear that, like, we don't need to force ourselves to, like, become influencers.
No, please don't, you'll be miserable. I mean, like, what like,
Y
what if
yes.
that's not authentic to you, like, if like, then that shouldn't be where you in the space that you spend time in.
Hey guys, thank you for checking out The Actor's Instrument on YouTube. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a beat. You can follow us at Actors Instrument Podcast on all social media platforms. Till next time, y'all. Peace.